Hi guys, we are back again. I hope now you can hear me. For those who are in the last stream, I've just rewatched it. I didn't like it. It was very unclear, so we had to redo it all over again. But when it comes to Arsenal, it's okay. We can talk Arsenal all day, so we can redo and redo and redo without any problems. Anyone in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. I mean, if you can hear me, anyone in the chat. I just didn't like the last stream, so I had to redo it again. Let me know to anyone watching if you can hear me. I put a link in the description and in the chat in case you want to join. You can just join. Let me know if you can hear me. The last stream I've done, it had so much noise. There were so many kids shouting, there were cars passing, so I just had to redo it again. Put WIllian in the profile picture and stuff, so in the display picture, we had to redo it again. Anyone in the comment section, let me know if you can hear me. WIllian is officially an Arsenal player. Thrilled about it. Not so many are thrilled about it, but hey, he's an Arsenal player now. We need to support him. Either way, we need to support him. So, yeah. Anyone in the chat box, let me know if you can hear me. I can't see any comments. They're taking so much time to come on. So WIllian is officially an Arsenal player. I hope that is the first of many, many signings you're going to make this transfer window. I really hope so. Let me put this on screen right now. In case you're watching this on replay, I'll have timestamps in the description. You can just click that to go to where exactly the actual video actually started. So, yeah. To those who are in the last stream, you're in the right place. I just had to redo it again because the other one wasn't clear enough. So I had to redo it again. I can see people in the chat, but I can't see the comments. I have no idea why. I hope it's not network problems again. I really hope not. So WIllian is officially an Arsenal player. I'm now using a microphone, by the way. That's another upgrade we've made from the last stream. It was too noisy and stuff. I have the links in the description and in the chat box if you want to join and have your say. So much to talk about. WIllian, there's links with Coutinho, there's links with Gabriel, there's links with so many players. So yeah, no idea why I can't see any comments. Let me write something. Yeah, that comment came up. So yeah, anyone who's in the last stream, I apologize again. It was really finally I can see a comment. Cookie, hi man. I watched that other stream. It wasn't that clear, so I had to redo it again. Potential lineup for next season. I think you can also talk about that. Crispy says hi man. Hope you're well. So let's first talk about WIllian because the other video I've put it on private is not going to be there. People are saying there are rumors that it's a 200K a week transfer. Not 200K a week, yeah, like his salary 200K a week, which sounds a bit too much because Aubameyang is on the same. Only Ozil has more than that. That's more than the likes of Lacazette. Okay, it's not the best of signings, but he can do the job for us because literally we had no one playing in those positions, especially behind the striker. We had literally had no one. There's a time I was talking about Lacazette being in that position. There's a time I was talking about Pepe being in that position. There's a time I was talking about Ceballos being in that position. So it was all a mess. Cook, hi, okay, sweetie. She says hi, Glenn. Cookie says Leno goalkeeper, left back Tierney, centre back Upamecano, Saliba, Bellerin. So I guess that is a back four. Shaka, Pate, Willian, Oba, Laka, Pepe. I think this is the same lineup I had in my most successful video to date, how Arsenal could line up in the 2020-2021 season. I think this is the exact lineup apart from let me see. Apart from Upamecano, because Upamecano was actually signed a new deal with Leipzig Cookie, so he's not leaving anytime soon, unfortunately. In case you're joining again, I can see 11 people in the chat. I was live like 30 minutes before, but I didn't like that stream, so I had to redo it again. Talking about WIllian, are you happy with the WIllian signing? Would you have gotten anyone else? Would you have taken Coutinho instead of WIllian? Would you have spent that those wages on a defender or something? So yeah, Cookie for my starting 11 next season in case we don't sign anyone else for the ones we have right now. Minus Party, I'd put a still player back five with Luis, Saliba, and Pablo Mari, and then Tierney on the left, Bellerin on the right, Shaka in the middle with Sabias, and then up front, Pepe, Aubameyang, and probably WIllian. But it's all a mess because I also want Lacazette to start, so it's really tough to know what's going on. So yeah, another story is about Ozil. Ozil is another one. They're saying he's set to stay. He talked last night, and he said that he'll remain at Arsenal until the end of his contract next summer. He's determined to fight off that difficult period in Arsenal. He talked to the Athletic. He dismissed any notion of him leaving Emirates Stadium before his 350k a week deal expires next June. So it's all a mess. I really wish that Arsenal could not be all about this drama outside the pitch. If we only concentrated on what happens on the pitch without talking about Guendouzi did this, posted this, Ozil did this, he went to this place, Arteta's done this, Emre has done this, all those stories we've been hearing, that is why we can't even concentrate on the actual job that we need to do. If we concentrate on the actual job that we need to do, then we'll probably be fighting for titles and stuff. Candy Rap says, nice lineup. I still wish to fit in Lacazette inside there, and I hope to get another defender inside there too. So we have to sign Gabriel. Absolutely, we have to sign him. Now, if we sign Gabriel, things are looking a bit like 30% better, but we still need to sort out our midfield and another defender. Let me know if would you guys sign another left back? If Kolasinac is sold, would you sign another left back? Cookie says Gabriel could be a replacement for Upamecano since Dio extended. Yeah, Gabriel, I think, could do the job for us. From the highlights I've seen, is really good, especially in his left foot. Candy says WIllian only would be tough to compete for Champions League next season. Only would. Yeah. There's Cookie's comment talking about Gabriel could be a replacement for Upamecano. He can definitely be, but Upamecano against Atletico Madrid last night, he was really, really good. Like, I wish you could get a player like that. I don't know what happened to Umtiti. There's a time he wanted Umtiti for such a long while, like 2018, 2019, but all those rumors just vanished. Like, is Umtiti a good player? Is Umtiti a player you could sign at Arsenal to start for us? If Kolasinac leaves, I'd buy Jamal Lewis as the backup. That's what I said. I also did a video talking about the 5 players I would sign from the relegated teams. Jamal Lewis was there. Cantwell was there. Even Josh King, even though people told me Josh King is finished, I'd still sign Josh King as a backup striker because he scores goals and he knows England. Who else did I mention? Doucouré, of course. I still want Doucouré at Arsenal. And who was the 5th one? Can't even remember the 5th one. It was definitely not Pookie. I don't remember the 5th one. I actually don't remember the 5th one. Thanks to the 16 people in the chat. Again, to the ones who have just joined, I did another stream like 30 minutes ago, but I didn't like it. So I'm redoing it again, talking about WIllian, our new signing. Are you happy with WIllian signing? Let me know in the chat box. I also have a link in the description and in the chat box in case you want to join and have your say. You can just join even if it's for 5 minutes and just have your say on what you think about that signing. WIllian from Chelsea. You are signing a lot of Chelsea players recently. From the top of the head, I can remember Gallas, Gallas, of course, Peter Cech, Luiz, and the recent one, WIllian. I don't know if who else would you take from Chelsea? Let me know in the chat box also who else would you take from Chelsea? If you're given a chance to sign 3 players from Chelsea right now, who would you take? I know all of you will say Pulisic, but apart from him, who else? Would you have a crack on Abraham? Would you try and sign Aspilicueta? Would you try and sign Jorginho? Players like Jorginho, I'm expecting them to leave Chelsea. So would you try and sign someone like that? Cookie says Umtiti is good, but I don't think he'd switch Barca for Arsenal or Champions League for Europa League. Yeah, that's the thing. But there's even player is another player who I feel like is injury prone. So many of our defenders have been injury prone. Chambers injured, Tierney has been injured, Mustafi has been injured, Kolasinac has been injured all the time, Bellerin has been injured, Socrates has been injured, Pablo Mari is now injured. Like all our defenders have been injured this season. I just don't know what's wrong with that. I don't know if it's bad luck or it's just the physicality that is too much. I just don't know. KNB says I meant signing WIllian only wouldn't be enough to compete for top 4 next season. Yeah, of course, just him, that definitely won't be enough. We still need, for me, the least number of players. The minimum is 4 players. WIllian is one of them. Gabriel can be the second, and then we still need to get a midfielder, either Thomas Partey or Doucouré, just one in the middle, and then I don't know. I still feel like Nketiah and Nelson will be taken out on loan. Luckily, Smith Rowe will come back. Mavropanos have gone out on loan again. Medley has gone out on loan again. We have so many centre backs. I'm expecting us to get rid of Chambers and Socrates. So probably 2 defenders, 1 midfield, and we've already gotten WIllian up front. But I still think we need a lot more. Denessa Vanden, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for being here. Kante, you know what? Kante had such a poor season, especially the injuries. Hazard had a poor season at Real Madrid. Lacazette had a poor season at Arsenal. Coutinho has been poor since he left Liverpool. Like all these players, whenever it just reaches a time they just don't play well. But Kante are definitely still taking him at Arsenal. If he's fit 100%, he'd do the job for us definitely. So Kante is a good shout, Danessa. Anyone else you take from Chelsea? KNB says Pulisic, Kante, Zuma. Zuma again. That is another player I feel like is too rush. He's like Torreira these days, too rush. Why do you have to foul? Why do you have to pick up that yellow card? You don't need to foul all the time. So, hi, Ibrahim. Ibrahim says WIllian will be a great addition to the squad. Definitely good addition, experience-wise. Hard work. He works hard. You can't tell me WIllian doesn't work hard. He works hard every time he plays for Chelsea. Even the season where Mourinho had problems with the Chelsea players, he was the only one who played well that season. He has that commitment. He's going to play until now. He's 35 at Arsenal. So different positions, left wing behind the striker, right wing. He can play in a back 3 as the right wing back. He can play in a back 4. So I think he can do the job for us. He can come from the bench. Cookie says anyone Kante, Jorginho, Aspilicueta. He's too slow for me. These players Aspilicueta, Zabaleta, those players from 2012, 2013. No, it's past their time now. Like you saw how Aubameyang and Niles ran past Aspilicueta on that day of the final, like very very easily. Those players don't have that pace. And that wing where the likes of Sterling and Mane play, I don't want Aspilicueta, never. Jorginho maybe, Kante definitely. Tony Hawk says hi man. Eddie has already been on loan. Yeah, he's been on loan, but someone like Martinez, the goalkeeper, he was out on loan to Getafe, I think. He was out on loan to a championship club. He was out on loan like to 4 teams, even Reading. So Eddie Nketiah, 1 loan deal. I don't think it's enough. I actually feel like he's going to go out on loan to another championship team, or maybe, hopefully this time to a Premier League team. Maybe Brighton or teams like that. Brighton, Leeds, maybe since they came back to the Premier League again, have a good coach behind him. Maybe Southampton. So yeah, so I don't think it's going to be a starter next season. So he definitely needs to go out on loan. RK City says I want Gabriel. Definitely the way Arteta plays, he wants a ball playing left centre back, a left footer, and Gabriel is one of those. So I definitely take him. Cookie says Chelsea don't have a good squad on paper, but they work well together under Lampard. Yeah, they actually didn't expect them to finish top four. Especially that time I saw they have Mount. I was wondering who the hell is Mount, who is Abraham, Tomori, Emerson. I didn't think they'd finish top four, but they did the job. So big ups to them. Fair play. Babu Ohaiman, he says, I like WIllian a lot. His directness and taking defenders on, that's what we've been missing. Yes, that's another thing. The taking on defenders, he does that very well. He can shoot the ball. That's another thing. Arsenal players, how many times have you seen Ozil, Guendouzi, like outside the box and they don't shoot the ball? And you're like, the post is open, shoot the ball. So WIllian can do that for us. Corners, free kicks, all that. So I don't know why people are complaining. It's a free deal. It's on a free. We didn't sign him. If it doesn't work, we're not losing anything. So yeah, I'd take Kovacic, but I don't think he's for sale. Yeah, Kovacic is another one, I think. But again, Kovacic is too all over the place. He's like Torreira. You there's no need of going to the starting a match and all of a sudden us Arsenal fans are praying that, oh no, I hope Kolasinac is not going to get a red card. Oh no, I hope Kovacic is not going to be sent off. Those players are too rash. I need someone who's calm. Like Kante, he plays that same position with the likes of Shaka, but he rarely picks up those yellow cards those guys pick up. Cookie says certainly won't be getting Kepa. Oh, definitely not. If Kepa joins Arsenal, he's the fifth choice goalkeeper straight away. Like we don't have any problems with the goalkeepers, so with Matt Messi, Martinez, Leno, all those. Who would you guys start as the goalkeeper next season, Leno or Martinez? Who would you start in goal next season? Ozil is also going to stay next season, so we have no choice. Would you start him? Would you try and pay him off right now, £20 million for him to go, or would you keep him on the bench? A lot of drama with Arsenal, too much drama. Again, let me just put the link again in the chat box in case you want to join. I also did a stream earlier on, but I didn't like it, so I had to redo this one. So yeah, WIllian for me, I'd definitely take him. And there's a reason also why United wanted him, Tottenham wanted him, those kind of teams. He can do the job for you. And these days, we're actually starting to bring on Brazilians to Arsenal. There's a time we didn't have any. Now we have Martinelli, we have Luis, we have WIllian, a couple of Brazilians. We might get Gabriel, we might get Coutinho. So it's like we're building a Brazilian dynasty, like the way you used to have French people back with the Anelkas and the Henrys. It's now like we're turning to Brazil. For Ozil, for me, I don't know, man. For Ozil, too much drama. The thing with Turkey, the thing with China. Sorry, for me, I'd try and pay him off. Just let him go. It's too much with him. Cookie says Messi better than Kepa. Definitely, I'd try and split Leno and Martinez and give them about 22 games each. But if one drops out of form, the other comes in. The thing with the goalkeeper and the defense, you want to start. If we're starting with Leno, and then a back four of Tierney, Bellerin, Salib, and Gabriel, you want to have that for all the 38 games in the Premier League. Let them build a relationship. Let them understand each other. Let them know each other's games. Because if you keep on switching the goalkeeper and the defense, you're going to mess it up. So for me, I'd give Martinez the Europa League games, the FA Cup games, the Carabao Cup games. Those are more than 20 games. Hopefully, if we get to the final stages, and I'd give Leno the Premier League games. And then if we have a lot of goalkeepers. That's a good headache to have, a good goalkeeper. There's a time we had Almuni and and Lehmann. When Lehmann was about to retire, we were wondering who the hell we are going to play. So we rather have two good goalkeepers than two bad ones. Black Cats on tour. WIllian is a great signing. Yes, Black Cats on tour is a Sunderland fan. Let us know what is going on with Sunderland this transfer window. Big Sunderland fan. Thanks for being here. Can I have a shout out? Yes, absolutely. Shout out to Black Cats on tour. As I've already said, Sunderland fan. He does stuff on Sunderland and also Arsenal, some interviews and stuff, live streams. Go check him out. So yeah, I hope WIllian is not the only signing this summer transfer window though. We still need a lot of players this transfer window. One is not enough. We still need like 4 or 5. Again, also let me know in the chat box 5 players you definitely get rid of this summer. 5 players. Don't mention Elneny and Mkhitaryan. They're not part of Arsenal right now. I want the players who played for Arsenal last season. Which 5 players would you get rid of? Straight, if you're a manager right now, who would you get rid of? Lacazette, Kolasinac, Martinez, Socrates, Torreira, who would you get rid of? Let me know. Thanks, Wheezy. That's what we call you. Ibrahim says Ozil is not healthy enough. Again, is he not healthy enough, or are we just normally told that? Because every time back problems, the last four seasons, he's had like 10 back problems. How many times? Every time there's a tough game, Ozil is going to miss because of a back problem. You have to ask yourself, why did Emre leave him on the bench? Ljungberg, Arteta now, like, there's always a reason why these players are being left on the bench. So seriously, there's something wrong with him. For me, I know he's still a good player somehow, but it doesn't feel to me like he enjoys playing football anymore. It seems like he has won everything. He hasn't really won everything. He hasn't won the Premier League, but the World Cup and all that is comfortable now. So it doesn't feel to me like he does really cares anyway. Cookie says, do you think we should sign Eric Bile? What? Hell no. No way. From United as a backup, seen some rumors, but seems never. Number one, too injury prone. He can't play 2 games without getting an injury. Number two, full of mistakes. We already have too much of that at Arsenal, so we don't need to add more of that. I mean, at Arsenal, Kolasinac has made mistakes this season. Mustafi has made mistakes this season. Even Leno has made mistakes this season. Socrates has made mistakes this season. Bellerin has made a couple. Like, why would you want to add Eric Bailly again and get someone who makes other mistakes again? This is another player who always has a lot of problems with his national team. Too much drama with this player. Let's just get people who are focused on the pitch. So Bailey, definitely not. I'd definitely not get him. Not even on a free. I know we like free deals, but even on a free, I'd definitely not get Bailey. Not at all. So for him, definitely not. Let me know which 5 players you guys would sell. For me, I think I'd sell Socrates. I'd still get rid of Mustafi, Kolasinac. Now the 2 is going to be hard. The 2 is really going to be hard. I really don't know about the 2 because you have some really promising young players. Maybe Guendouzi. For me, I still think Guendouzi is a good player and he can still be improved by Arteta. So if he stays, I wouldn't really mind. His attitude and stuff can still be worked on. Remember when Rooney joined United, he was such a hard head, but Ferguson cooled him down and made him one of the best players ever in England. So definitely. I'd get rid of Kolasinac, Mustafi, Torreira, Chambers. I forgot about Chambers. Chambers would definitely be on that list. And I guess Willock. No need for Willock with Smith Rowe coming in, and we have Willian now. So if you're asked whether to sell Willock or Nelson, which one would you get rid of? Willock or Nelson? That's another thing. Ibrahim, we don't need him. Who are you talking about? Ozil? For me, yeah, I think you're talking about Ozil. So for me, I also don't think we need him. So I'd try and get rid of him, honestly. Like, too much drama. And he's one of the most experienced players. So you definitely expect him to like help the youngsters, but he's never anywhere to be seen. Our cup run, he was not there. Even though it's not his fault, like, it doesn't seem like that player would lead other players. Like, never. Cookie says, oh yeah, Socrates too, maybe instead of Willock. Willock is one who we could or could not. Yeah, Willock, I think he might stay. I think Nelson is the one who's going to go first. Jimmy, hi man, thanks for being here. Would you think playing, that is Gabriel, I'm still not going to say that name, is the best? Would you think playing, if he joins Arsenal, he goes straight to the first team, but not in a back 2. With Saliba, it has to be a back 3. Now, if you have Gabriel, Saliba, and Luis, that could be solid. Or maybe even if you have Gabriel, Tierney, and Saliba, but I still have Tierney on the left. I want him as a left back. So yeah, I'd definitely play him. If he joins straight to the first team, you can actually argue that anyone who joins Arsenal right now goes straight to the team because, yes, we won the FA Cup, but there's a lot of players there you can replace. You can replace Xhaka, you can replace Torreira, you can even replace Bellerin at the right back position. So there's so many changes you could make at Arsenal. So yeah. So that is Ozil. We've talked about Ozil and Willian. Aubameyang, I really hope Aubameyang signs. Aubameyang is one of those players that whoever we sign, I said in the other stream, even if we sign Messi and Ronaldo this summer and Aubameyang gets a new deal, Aubameyang would still be the biggest signing of this transfer window because of the way the season where he joined, 2017, 2018. Those few games he played under Wenger, He scored a bunch of goals, like 3 braces and stuff. The next season, and I think that 2018 season, where he joined in the middle of the season, he couldn't play the Europa League because he was cup-tied. If he played that Europa League against Atletico Madrid, I believe we'd have reached that final. I believe we'd have definitely reached that final. The next season after that, he finished as the joint top scorer with Mane and who and Salah. And last season, he almost finished as the top scorer behind Vardy. So definitely a good player. Scores very important goals in Europe. In the FA Cup, he's single-handedly won us that semi-final and the final. 4 individual goals by himself. The penalty against Chelsea, he won the penalty by himself, scored it. The second goal against Chelsea went past Zuma by himself, good goal by himself. The goal against City, good work from Pepe, finished it by himself. The second goal against City, did it by himself. So very, very crucial player for us. We can't afford to lose Aubameyang. Another one is Lacazette. Lacazette is another one who has been linked to the move away. Would you sell Lacazette? Let me know if you guys would sell Lacazette. Because for me, never. As I've always said, Lacazette and Aubameyang, if you check that the players who have scored the most goals, the top 10 goal scorers the last 5 years in Europe, the last 8 years, you'll see Lewandowski, you'll see probably Cavani, Cristiano, Messi, Aubameyang, maybe Harry Kane, maybe Aguero, and Immobile from Lazio, and you definitely see Lacazette. Because when he was at Lyon, he scored goals. When he was at Arsenal, he has scored goals. Even during his poor season, he scored more than 10 goals. So I definitely keep him. His hold-up play, I don't think you have anyone else who can hold up the play like him, the ball. So I definitely keep him. Ibrahim says, what is the latest on Dybala swap? Dybala swap with Lacazette? Because for me, Dybala, I don't know. Dybala is a bit too expensive for us. I wouldn't give them Lacazette and then add them money. No, I definitely won't do that. Dybala is a very good player. But these are one of those players that I don't think we're going to sign. You know, Arsenal has a culture, and such kind of players are not Arsenal kind of players, unfortunately, unless Arteta changes the culture at Arsenal. I also want him to change the culture at Arsenal because we're too used to having these nice players or average players. We never have these top signings, 80 million, 90 million, or these fighters, leaders. We never have that since the likes of Adams left. So, yeah. Cookie says, question a bit aside from Arsenal potentially. Who do you think will win the Golden Boot? I think Werner will be a flop. Mane will win it, and Aubameyang will be up there. Vardy to slow down. I expect Vardy to slow down. Unfortunately for Aguero's injuries. You know, Aguero every season with Harry Kane, they almost get injuries and miss like 10 games at least. I hate Tottenham, but Kane is a very good striker. Without the injuries, I think he would have had like 5 Golden Boots by now because he scores goals. The penalties, all that, he gets a bunch of goals. And then when Kane faces the likes of Bournemouth and Leicester, it scores hat tricks every season. So if I to mention top 5, I'd say Harry Kane, Aubameyang, obviously. I don't know. It really depends. Probably I'd go for Salah again because Liverpool will still be up there. I expect a United player to be up there, maybe Rashford. But the thing is, with United, they share the goals. But if you were to put me on the spot to have the top scorer, the Golden Boot, I'd say Aubameyang again, because for him, like we depend on him so much. So all our goals come from him. So I definitely go for Aubameyang and Harry Kane at the top. I don't agree on Timo Werner being a flop. I think he'll get at least 10 goals and above. And another player is Pepe. Expect Pepe to score at least 15 goals next season. You know what? Save this live stream. By the way, leave a like on this live stream. I'll appreciate it. And you come back to this live stream next season and you will hear me say Pepe will get at least 15 goals next season. I think this is a season for him to prove himself. Babu O says Laka is one player I would feel bad if we sell. We have to keep him by all means. Yeah, definitely. Plus, you also look at the relationship outside the pitch. If it looks like he has a good relationship with everyone, Shaka, Aubameyang, and everyone, so I wouldn't really sell him. Let's have him for one more season. There's a time I was really afraid that Aubameyang and Lacazette would leave Arsenal without actually winning a trophy. The 2 best strikers we've had since Van Persie and Henry. After Van Persie, we really struggled for strikers. Giroud was a good striker for us, but not a great striker. But Aubameyang is proving to be a great striker. The likes of Sanogo, Park Chu-Young, So having Aubameyang and Lacazette is a blessing. There's a time we had Sanogo and Park Chi-young. So Lacazette over Sanogo anytime. Mm, Jimmy says I would propose Laka to remain definitely. Laka to remain for me too. I agree with that. Mr. M. Hyman, Laka goes. We need Edward from Celtic. I still don't think Edward would replace Lacazette. How is his hold-up play? For me, Edward would come and play as the right winger, but already now we have Pepe and Willian. But you know what? Any fresh blood at Arsenal, I'd take. Any player at Arsenal, even you guys in the chat box, Jimmy, Babu, Denisa, RK Sweetie, Cookie, Ibrahim, Liam, Black Cats on tour, uh, any one of you, if any one of you could play football and join Arsenal, I'd be happy with that signing because we just need fresh blood at Arsenal. We just need new beginnings at Arsenal. I was happy when Arteta joined because it's fresh. So yeah, and no, I have no connection with Arsenal, so you guys, in case you can play football, I still won't sign you guys. um, Denisa says Lacazette should stay. He's a hardworking player who scores the goals in the hard way, and when we need them, he is a good player. Yes, he didn't have the best of seasons, but like against West Ham 1-0, he scored us the goal. Good positioning. Against Wolves, scored us the second crucial goal again in that game. Against Tottenham, if it wasn't for Kolasinac, we had scored a very good goal on the way to winning the derby. Hold up play is always very good. He won us the penalty against Sheffield United in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. So he has still done a lot for us this season. He can play as a number 10. I always want him to be tried as a number 10 one day. Ibrahim says Laka need more time to focus. Yeah, I agree with you. Cookie says Lacazette over Edward. Tierney is good and has proven. You know what? Tierney is great himself now, but that was a risk. Edward is unproven in one of Europe's top 5 leagues. Laka over Edward. Yes, I wouldn't sell Laka to get Edward. Definitely not. If he was to join and then we have all of them, that's assuming Ozil leaves and then we have Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe, Willian, Edward. All of a sudden, that looks very good. And Martinelli and Saka can have people to look up to. I said in the other stream, if you look at this season, the season that just ended, when Saka and Martinelli were the best players on the pitch, imagine losing like 3 goals to City, and then Saka is trying to look at anyone to support him, anyone to advise him. He looks at Kolasinac. Kolasinac is the one who has made the mistake. He can't advise him. He looks at Nketiah, is a fellow youngster. It looks at Mustafi, can never really depend on him. But now next season, at least we'll have Willian, at least we'll have Aubameyang, people who can prove themselves on the pitch, even though they don't have that leadership quality outside to like talk to the players and shout at the players like Roy Keane and Vieira. I hope we get a player like that. So Lacazette over Edward anytime. Ibrahim says for Pepe, he will score more than 20 goals. If we weren't signing the likes of Willian, I'd say 20 goals too, but I don't think he'll start every game. That's the thing. But for the games he'll start, I think he'll do the job for us. So I don't expect him to start every game. That's the thing. Mr. M says if we sign Willian, Coutinho, Partey, oh, wow, that's a bunch of players. Remember, you're not we're City fans. Danny, Sabayas extension on loan, Oba extension, and Gabriel. Where do you think we finish? Willian, Coutinho, Partey, Diawara. Diawara is a defender. I hope I'm not wrong. Sabayos, Oba, Gabriel. Those are 7 players. We already have Pablo, Mario, and Saliba. I'd say top 3. If we sign Willian, Coutinho, Partey, Diawara, extend Sabayos, Aubameyang, and get Gabriel, I'd say top 3, honestly. Because we are getting 2 creative midfielders in Willian and Coutinho, people who have proven themselves in England. Thomas Partey, a defensive midfielder, we've cried for that since Vieira and Gilberto Silva. Imagine since those guys, we've had the Nilsson, Wilshere. I mean, people who are just not defensive midfielders. I just don't know who recruited these players. So, yeah. Diawara, I don't know much about him, I wouldn't lie. Danny Sabayas has been awesome from June till the end of the season. He was awesome. Aubameyang extension, Gabriel. I'd say top 3. So, yeah. Hafid says, Willian, welcome to Arsenal. Yeah, really, really happy with that signing. Hafid, let me know, out of 10, how would you rate this signing? Are you happy with this signing out of 10? Is it a 4 for you? Is it a 7? Is it a 1? Is it a 10? How happy are you with this signing? Let me know in the comment section. How happy are you with this signing of Willian? Cookie says, Mr. N depends on other teams' business, probably 4th behind City and Liverpool, Chelsea, but depends on how everybody does in this window. Now, the thing is, I agree with you. I know City are going to sign a bunch of players, 50 million, 60 million, and improve again. And if they keep Guardiola and the likes of Sterling and Mahrez, they're going to be up there, of course, competing for the title. United, same. I expect them to sign players. If they get the likes of Sancho through the door, they're going to be a threat. Chelsea is there. Timo Werner, if they get Havertz, if they get Havertz from Leverkusen, they're going to be good. But the thing with Chelsea is their defense is poor. I've not had them improving their defense. So if they don't improve their defense, they won't be in the top four. They have the attacking players, but they'll be losing games 4-3. So if you're putting me right now for the signings we've made right now, I'd say the top four. Manu will be in the top four. City will be in the top four. You know what? I think Liverpool won't be in the top three next season. I still don't think they'll be in the top three next season. I think they are really fighting for this one title and then go back to being mediocre. Not mediocre, but in the top four. So, yeah, and I don't think City will accept being 30, 20 points behind again. Kaganda says, I'm so happy about WIllian signing. Again, let me know how you rate this signing out of 10. Yeah, we're all happy, Kaganda. Okay, not all. Some are not happy. Some still think it's too old. Some still think he won't do the job for us. Cookie says 5 out of 10. It feels a bit, yeah, but still, for me, it doesn't feel a bit. I did a video back in April talking about how Arsenal could line up with WIllian because he was doing the job for Chelsea. It's better than what we have, honestly. It's better than what we have. So, Babu O says 7 out of 10. I think I'd be agree that 7 out of 10 there, 7.5. Mr. M says continue on his loan. We have been linked to Diawara for Torreira. Also, Diawara is he a central midfielder for Torreira? Okay, so Torreira is another one that it feels like he's not comfortable being in England. So if he's not, I don't want any players who don't want to be at Arsenal to be there. So I'd sell him. Welcome to Arsenal, WIllian. Good to have you. 7 out of 10. RKCT, I agree with 7. All I'm saying, WIllian, prove me wrong. He will. For me, he will. In fact, he won't even take too much time. I don't know if you're going to play friendlies this season. I don't know if he's going to play the Liverpool game in the Community Shield on 29th of this month, but we have to wait and see. Alaba, Oblak, and Koulibaly all linked to Chelsea now. If they get someone like Oblak, for me, is in the top 2 goalkeepers in the world, even though they were eliminated by Leipzig yesterday, is a very, very good goalkeeper. I remember we didn't beat them in the semi-final of Wenger's season in the Europa League because he was very, very good in that game. Mr. M says 7 out of 10. So many sevens. I've seen like 4 sevens. His Ghana says when he was a rumor, I wasn't so sure, but I saw an interview when he did sign and looked like a good guy and humble. So now I'm all right. Yeah, that's the thing. He's humble. And then if Arteta looks comfortable with the player, we are now going to support Arteta. He kept Shaka, he has improved him. He kept Mustafi, he has improved him. We all like what Arteta did. Remember what I said. In the Premier League, Arteta joined halfway. In the Europa League, Arteta joined halfway. In the Carabao Cup, we had already been eliminated by Liverpool. The FA Cup is the only competition he took charge of since day one to the last day. The only competition he has taken charge from day one to the last day he has won it. So I still believe in him. So definitely, whoever he signs, I'm going to support him. Jimmy says WIllian is absolutely 9 out of 10. Wow, that's pretty high. That is the kind of rating I'd give if we got someone like Doucouré or someone like that. Ibrahim says you are waiting for Coutinho. Wow, it seems like a lot of you want Coutinho. Arsenal from Hong Kong. Hi, Glenn. Can I join you? Yeah. The link is in the description, the top description, like the first thing in the description. You can just click on it, or I can just post it again right now. Anyone who wants to join, you can just join. Shout out to Arsenal from Hong Kong, by the way, man. We've done a couple of videos on their channel, like 3 or something. Really, really good Arsenal fan from Hong Kong. Is Ghana's really liking our streams? They're good. You know what, is Ghana's? Thank you for that. I started this channel in January. In November, immediately Emery was sacked, but I was just doing a couple of videos. I got CS in January. I'm happy with how the channel has done. I'm almost at 3K, so I appreciate you guys who have subscribed. The thing is, there's always room for improvement. So you're going to improve as time goes by. I also want to do live streams with with the lighting, like the movie lighting, or like we're shooting like like that. Should I really bring it up? No, like we're shooting like a Beyonce video, those kind of lighting. We all want that in our videos, and I hope to get to that stage one day and have special guests. By the way, guys, I have a special guest coming up in the next couple of weeks in one of my streams. You guys probably know him, so I'll get him on very, very soon. Mr. M says DRI is a CDM, has nice passing range and good defensively, good depth player. Torreira has performed its fair swap. DRI reminds me of Alex Song. What did you guys think of Alex Song? I thought he was a really good player, especially under Van Persie. He was a really, really good player. So, yeah. Let me put in Arsenal from Hong Kong. Getting on very, very soon. Jules, is that
Hello.
you?
Yeah, it's me. Hi.
Can you hear me?
How are you doing? Yeah, I can.
Hi. How are you, man?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Are you?
Just tell the
Are
people.
you like? Oh, yeah, I see your
Tell the
profile
people
pic
who
right
you are.
now.
Yeah, tell the people who you are.
Oh, so yeah, I'm Arsenal from Hong Kong. This is my channel. Go subscribe to it, please. Yeah, we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers, I think. But yeah, Glenn, you're doing very well. I hope you're doing very well. And yeah, I can tell from your profile pic that we've signed someone.
Absolutely. Yeah, his channel is Arsenal from Hong Kong. His real name is Jules. We've done a couple of videos on his channel. Now, for me, he's one of the best YouTubers for me. Like, it doesn't matter to me whether you have 10 subscribers or 1,000 or 10,000. If you do a good job, I'll subscribe to you and watch. And I definitely tell you guys to go check out his channel. He does very, very good job. He's from Hong Kong. And since he's from Hong Kong, what time is it? Is it like 1 a.m.?
Yeah, you're right. Correct. Yes.
What are you still doing up at 1 a.m.? Anyway.
Oh, no, I was recording some videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do good job.
Yeah,
You see,
yeah.
it's all about YouTube. Anyone in the chat, it's all about YouTube. He's recording videos at 1 a.m. I'm recording videos at 3 a.m. Like, you have to be committed.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to start a YouTube channel, go ahead, but you really need to be committed. So anyway, Jules, what do you think about the WIllian signing?
Oh, I think it's a great signing. He's an experienced player, and I think that'll do some good for some young players that we've got in the squad. And yeah, like 32 years old on a 3-year contract. That's decent, to be fair. He's just turned 32, so he'll play until 35 at Arsenal. And I also saw his interview. He said that he's very excited to be part of this project. And yeah, I think he's actually a huge player. I think the reason why he left Chelsea was because he wasn't given game time or anything. And Chelsea have way too many players. They're overloaded with players, as you guys may well know. Like his position, you've got Ziyech coming in. You have so many wingers I can name, Pulisic. So I think it's really hard for him to make in the team. And he's such a good player, especially in the Premier League. I think he's adapted very well. So yeah, great signing for Arsenal. And I think he will score a lot of goals and he'll be an impact this season for Arsenal.
How about the 200K a week? That's what is making people mad.
Yeah, he's reportedly making 200K a week. I think that's a lot. I thought at the start it was like 100, 150, 200. Let's see if it's worth it.
I've asked the people in the chat a few questions. I'm going to throw them at you also. Is WIllian a starter for Arsenal next season? Is he straight to the team?
Yeah. Me and Ralphie had a long talk of that. You guys may well know who Ralphie is. His channel. But yeah, we had a long talk about who will start next season. So Ralphie's opinion was Lacazette leaving, putting Aubameyang up front, putting I think it was Coutinho in the middle, and then Pepe on the left, I think, and Willian on the right, or Willian on the left and Pepe on the right. Since Willian's right-footed and he can cut back in and shoot. But yeah, my opinion, I think he's gonna be a bench player. But it depends. If we play 4-2-3-1, I could tell that he'll play that center attacking midfield position for Ozil. However, I think he might be a bench player, but he'll definitely be a huge impact off the bench, and I think he'll play every game, but most of the time he might be on the bench and come off the bench, I think.
Yeah, if you guys in the chat box have any questions, you can throw it at us, and I'll throw them at Jules. You can hear he's a really awesome Arsenal fan. He knows his football, so go subscribe.
Oh, yeah, I was excited. No, I was in the bus when I saw it. I was like, oh, welcome to Arsenal. I saw this Arsenal title, and then I saw WIllian in an Arsenal shirt, and I screamed in the bus. But yeah, I kind of disturbed some people. But yeah, so you can see my determination. No, but
I did a stream 30 minutes ago, but I hated it. I have redone it again.
Yeah, no, but it's so exciting to actually have a signing. I think there's still a lot of time in the transfer window left. So we signed a player pretty early. We all knew this was coming, though. We all knew this was coming. I think you have to agree with me on that one, Glenn.
Yeah. So who would be second signing? Who would you try to get through the door right now?
Oh yeah, apparently Coutinho's super close right now. I think Gabriel has been just one of our he's kind of lowered down, I don't know. And apparently he might be actually going to Napoli after Koulibaly wanting to leave. But yeah, he viewed my story, by the way. Gabriel.
Yeah. Babu O says for 200
my Instagram story.
Yeah, for 200K a week, I don't think he will be a bench player. Yeah, well, Jules, Babu O says for 200K a week, he won't be a bench player.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, actually. But it's reported 200K. I don't think, it's just reported. It's like saying the price of a player. It might not always be correct, but yeah, it's potentially correct. That's probably the area people are looking at, and I think it's something like that. So, you know what? I think I don't know. He might start, but apparently Arteta. I also saw one more thing that he wrote, and he said 200. He said 200. He said no. Sorry. He said WIllian. He said he will swap someone's position in the team this year. So he might.
The thing is, I don't think if we keep Aubameyang and we already have WIllian and we keep Ozil, I don't think we have enough money to again add the likes of Coutinho. That will be too much in the wage bill. So would you still get Coutinho?
Actually, why would we want to get Coutinho, right? We've got Ozil, and you saw his statement, right? He said that he's gonna give everything. He's gonna give everything to Arsenal. In the end, he said he's gonna stay. I think you saw that, Glenn. If you do the transfer.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said that on an interview, I think. So yeah, and he said he's gonna get his position back into the first team, and I like to hear that from Ozil. Haven't heard something actually decent from him, but yeah, I think no, but I think he's right. He wants to be in the first team. Yeah, I don't think we would need Coutinho, but Coutinho would be a huge player. He's like a WIllian player, I think. He's very similar to WIllian.
Yeah. RK Switchy says, oh my, it's Saturday in Hong Kong. Man, you're a full day ahead of us. Friday in Dallas, 11:56 a.m. You're literally like 14 hours ahead of them. Welcome, Arsenal from Hong Kong, yeah?
Yeah, thank
so
you.
speaking of Ozil, here's a question for you. So what would you do with Ozil again? I know we've just talked about him, but would you be keen on giving him 20 million to sell him, to cancel his contract?
20 million?
Yeah, would you give him 20 million and just cancel his contract for him to leave?
Oh, so you give him 20 million and then just let him go or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe we can leave. I think, I saw this debate last time. It was Gareth Bale versus Mesut Ozil situations. They're both in like very tough situations, at the end of their careers, at super high wages, not playing, and not trying their best. And no clubs want them because they're too expensive. Turkey wanted them. Turkey wanted Ozil. MLS wanted Ozil, but he was way too expensive. His wages are way too high, and also China. Basically, right now, I think we're stuck with him. So I think we'll have to go with him. 20 million. Yeah, I'd let him out. If I was him, I would just lower down the wage bills because he's too expensive right now. Way too expensive.
Yeah, I don't think he'd want to lower down his wages. These guys are trying to pick up as much money as they can before they retire. So that's why I can't even blame him for not wanting to leave. So you've said he's a starter for us next season?
Yeah, I think I honestly think he will. From what he played right before the COVID started, right? Right before the lockdown, right? Right before the coronavirus started. He was playing at that time. I remember Newcastle. He played. He played West Ham. So yeah, no, he was a starter, and it just during this COVID, I think he's changed. Maybe I think the reason why is because he hasn't adapted well through the coronavirus. He hasn't worked maybe well enough in coronavirus, and Arteta did the right decision to not put him in the squad, or else we would have probably made more defensive issues. And look, we won the FA Cup, we beat Liverpool, we beat Man City. So yeah, I think good decision. I think Arteta is a good coach and makes good decisions, like with Ozil, for example.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I'm lagging. Hello.
Can you hear
Oh
me?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, you
Wow, I
were
went.
lagging. I
Oh,
think you
sorry.
were.
I'm asking
Oh yeah.
five
What was it,
five
John?
players you yeah, 5 players you'd sell this summer, definitely sell.
5 players I would sell this summer. That's actually
Yeah.
good. You know what? I'm gonna quickly check the whole Arsenal squad right now. We've got a lot of signings, and I think we have to keep in mind we've just signed Pablo Mari on the permanent as well as William Saliba. We're looking at other defenders still. So yeah, I think defense, one of the positions, will definitely sell lots of players. I think 3 to 4 defenders will sell, including like a wing defenders. Okay, I'm just going to squad. Okay, so let's start in defense. I've got a good question for you before we start this. Do you think Bellerin? It's a bit complicated. Who do you think? Who would you start first? Ainsley Maitland-Niles or Bellerin?
It's not complicated for me. Bellerin 100%.
Yeah, in terms of experience,
I
yes.
I I, I am still not going to start Niles as as a right back because he has still not played well at right back. He played 2 games well in the left back position in the semi-final and the final.
No, he played super well. I think. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We have to show a bit more games, but I'm confident he'll be good, as good. No, but literally, I think he's a good. How old is he? Wait, I'm checking that. Yeah, 18 minutes. He hasn't really had. He had barely any appearances this year. Actually,
Mhm.
he's only had 20 appearances. And with
Yeah,
the mixed season with Unai Emery and all that. Yeah, I think. Well, he's played defense. He's played right winger. He's played left winger for Arsenal. He's played. I remember. I think he played center attacking midfield. He played center mid. He's played
yeah,
right back, left back. Come on, he plays every position, so you have to give him credit.
yeah. But now that's the thing. Now that is the kind of player I'd use from the bench because he can cover many
Yeah.
positions,
No,
but not as a starter.
actually, you're right. Actually, I would do that because he can play any position. It's like a bit like a Willian, I guess, but in more defensive, I guess. I think you're right on that one. Actually, I didn't think of that. Bellerin will put him
Okay,
because
okay. Let
experience.
let okay. Let's do a keep ourselves just a bit. Babu also is yeah. We lost Glenn. I was trying. There were a
Oh,
couple of people who had joined the
sorry, guys,
stream, so I
sorry.
was trying to click on theirs and then mine disappeared. I just don't know how. So let's do a quick keep or sell, Jules.
Yeah,
Leno
yeah.
keep or sell.
Sorry. No, because I was. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I got too caught up with Ainsley and Niles, but yeah. So
Yeah.
I think I'll go with lots of defenders. I'm just gonna go with the whole squad to be fair. So Bellerin, I'm gonna keep. Tierney, I'm gonna let Socrates go. For a fee. He's. I think he's already 31, 32 almost. So I'll let him go for 10 million, 20 million.
Mm-hmm.
20 million would be good for a player like him. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think we've got Rob Holding. I would keep him, honestly. Mustafi, same. Callum Chambers, I would let out on a loan. because it's really hard. He hasn't done anything bad this season. You remember when he was really good, right? Under Una Emery, right?
Yeah, he was good at the start of the season. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
still
and
don't
he
think
hasn't done.
no
He didn't do anything bad since. It's just we haven't seen him in such a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not really his fault. I think he'll go out on a loan for 6 months. I don't think he'll go for a whole year. Um, well, actually, yeah, only one defender I'd go. Maybe let's count the loans, okay? Because like lots of players here, you cannot sell, unfortunately. So Socrates sell, Cam Chambers on loan, 2 players. You've got Kolasinac. I'd let him go. I'd let him go for sure. Um, Mesut Ozil. I have to keep him because he wants to keep. He wants to stay. Sorry, and also if we sign Party, I think Torreira would go. And I think that's 4. I think, and one more. I think. Oh, El Neni. El Neni is still in the team. He would probably go.
No. I just want those who played for Arsenal last season.
Okay, he's technically still an Arsenal player now, because he's come back from Roma. But yeah, anyways, I think Reece Nelson will go on a loan, right? Because Pepe, WIllian, right wing. I think Reece Nelson will go on a loan, as well as Eddie Nketiah, because Martinelli and Alexander Lacazette, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. You see, I don't see a lot of players that we would sell other than Socrates, right? Because they're all good players.
That is where you can. They're all good players, Jules. We are 8th on the table. We need to make the hard decisions. If you're going to compete, remember when Klopp joined Liverpool, he got rid of the likes of Lambert, Benteke, all those players. If you want to compete, there has to be a time that we'll have to get rid of the likes of Bellerin and Torreira, whether we like it or not. We have to improve.
I think the thing is that we'll eventually have to leave. Aubameyang will eventually leave. Lacazette will eventually leave. David Luiz will leave soon. It's just a cycle, and we have to make one team every year good. That's the thing, because every year the team has to change because we've got so many old players. It's not like everyone's like 18 years old, right, in our team. So yeah, I think I don't know. Do you think Champions League next season?
If we sign, there was a comment over here. Don't think you had joined yet. There's a comment that was asking that same question. Let me look for it.
Yeah, I think I saw it.
That comment by Mr. M says he wants to join. That comment, if we do that, we are going to finish top 3. If we sign Willian, Coutinho, Partey, Diawara, extend Ceballos, Aubameyang, get Gabriel, yes.
Ooh, I highly doubt. No, that's good. That's a good list. I understand that. That makes sense. Coutinho, that's very unlikely. I have to be honest. In terms of the crisis we're in right now, unless Kroenke does something so unexpected and signs and gives money for the transfers. Partey, yes, because he got eliminated from the Champions League. Sorry. And yeah, I think if we bring Partey in our team, I think he's going to be our key player. And Diawara, he's going to be an alternative for Partey, I think. Danny Ceballos apparently might not be leaving, unfortunately. Might be leaving Arsenal, unfortunately, from what I see. Aubameyang will extend for sure because he's the captain and he's been with Arsenal shirts all day. And finally, Gabriel. I think no. I think next year, yes.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. M.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, guys. How are you?
How are you, man? Where are you from?
Good. I'm from Australia.
Oh wow! Which city?
From Melbourne, Australia, man. I've just been listening to your live session, having a very good discussion about Arsenal.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you had fans from Australia. What do you think about the Willian signing? First of all, is Willian a good signing? Yes or no? And by the way, there's a correct answer. Yes or no?
You can't answer a question and expect the answer, right? Look, for me,
yeah, go ahead.
I think for me, Willian is a good signing. Reason being is because Willian, obviously we know from Premier League, He's a consistent performer for Chelsea. Obviously, he's a bit old now, but I think don't let the age deceive you, because we are seeing now a lot of the times where, a lot of these age, look at Ronaldo, Messi, you look at Oba, you look at Vardy, you look at Lewandowski, they're all over the 30s. So I think players are nowadays, have a lot longer longevity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he's a good signing, because Arsenal and Arteta and, where they're trying to go. Willian, I think, will have a lot of experience, particularly for Martinelli. He's a very young player. He's injured at the moment. We might not even see him until, 2021. And,
Yeah.
you got likes of Saka, you got a lot of inexperienced but high quality youngsters. But, they need that type of profile player to come in who knows the Premier League, who can play in multiple positions, who can be a super sub, or even a starter in a cam, left wing, right wing, as if you've listened to his interview. Look, I think as well, people talking about the money. Look, if we were to sign a winger, you're looking at 20, 30 million plus their wages. People saying 200,000 is a lot of money. It's a sign-on fee, as well as is over 3 years. So I think people are don't believe everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that. Yeah.
Do you think? Okay, let me just give a point. For you guys who are saying Willian is an outcast from Chelsea, he's not really, because they didn't get rid of him because he's a bad player. It's just because they were trying to get him, I think, 2 years, and he wanted 3 years. Plus, there's a reason why Tottenham and United wanted him for the last 4 or 5 years, because
Exactly.
he's a good player, he's a versatile player. So would you start him next season?
Yeah, obviously, look, he was linked to Barcelona 2018, I think, for 55 million. And obviously Barcelona were interested in him again. And Barcelona are a lot better team than us, to be honest with you. But I think, yes, of course, I would start him, I would start him probably, in left wing, because at the moment we are short on that age. And I think Willian prefers that left wing, if I'm not mistaken. So I would definitely start him. And if we can get, other players, I've listed before, like we've been linked with Coutinho, who I believe he's got the same agent, Kia, as Willian and Luis. We might, now that Atletico's out of the the Champions League, we might be able to bid for Partey. So he will be a starter. I think we've been following, and Arsenal fans have been following Gabriel. He might be going to Napoli, but if we can get him as well, he's a very, very good player. We might, we might do a lot better than, what we've done this year.
Yeah. Jules, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still. No, those are excellent points. I think what you said about like the youngsters. You've got some good youngsters. Willian, I think, is definitely a key player here. Because he's got experience and all that. He can carry the team. He knows all the positions. He's like a captain, but during training, I would say, for youngsters. But yeah, it's great, especially around youngsters, and especially for him, because he actually gets game time. You see, I think the reason why he came to Arsenal was to have game time, and he was also interested in a project, obviously, as he said. Yeah, I think Arteta. I think he was very interested in what Arteta wants to do in the future, and I think he's right. Arteta has a good plan. Arteta actually has a plan compared to other coaches who just coach the team. Basically, Arteta has more than that, I think. And yeah, lots of youngsters. And the good thing about the Arsenal team right now is that we've got a bright future. See, not every team has that. You've got the best clubs in the world. You've got let's go with Barcelona. You have like only like one or two superstars that are like 18. Who else do you have, right? You see, Arsenal have probably a whole squad of youngsters plus players they can sign in the future if they win big things, by convincing players like Willian to join. So I think Willian overall was a great signing. Yeah.
Okay, so question for both of you guys. We'll start with you with Mr. M. If Willian was not a free deal and he was like 30 million, would you have signed him?
Sorry, my connection cut out a little bit. What was the question?
Okay, no problem. It happens. Believe me, it happens. If
Yeah.
Willian was like 30 million pounds, would you have signed him if he wasn't a free deal?
At this current age, right now?
Yeah.
No, definitely. I think there's definitely not. I think that for 30 million, it is a lot. I think we can get a lot better younger person. You know what I mean? But I think for the fact that he's free with the experience, William doesn't want to leave London. He's good mates with David Luiz, and they've got a business together. He likes the project that Arteta is doing. I think it fits everything, with Arteta's plans, with Willian's plans. So I think it's something that would work. But if it was a signing, I would probably go for, what's that chap from Brentford? What's his name again?
From Brentford?
Ben Rama.
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah, someone like that. I would go for that, type of player.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Because he's young also. And he's got experience, even though he plays for a bad team right now. I think he's just good. Some people just are good, even in bad teams, even if they're at the middle of their career. I think he's at the best of his career. But the question is if he's going to do all right in the Premier League. That's the question. Because there are players like that. You're playing in the bad team. Sure, you're way better than everyone, but are you actually gonna do well in the top 5 leagues, especially in the Premier League? So yeah.
So Mr. M, Jules gave us his 5 players that he would sell. Which 5 players would you sell from the team right now, minus Mkhitaryan and El Neni?
Yeah. Also, you can include loans if you want, because there's all of the.
Okay, yes,
Look, I think we have a lot of deadwood. To be honest, I would get rid of a lot of players. And listening to Edu, I think there's going to be a big summer, hopefully. But I think it's going to be a long summer since that, the transfer is delayed. We need to get rid of a lot of players. So some of them are, what's his name? I can't say it.
Socrates.
Socrates, yeah, Socrates. Yeah, Socrates. Yeah, so Socrates, we need to get rid of. We need to get rid of a lot of players, to be honest. I think it's escaping me at the moment. It is a bit late.
Yeah.
So I think Arsenal. Look, if we get rid of a lot of these deadwood players, loan some players out, and get those key signings that I mentioned, we can do a lot better, in the next year.
Yeah. By the way, what time is it in Melbourne?
It's 3:00 in the morning.
Oh wow! You guys, you're having one stream, 3 people, 3 different continents. The beauty of YouTube. You said you need to go.
Yeah, exactly. Look, how is it with YouTube? I think you both have YouTube, but I am just observer.
I think you're a good talker. I think you speak very well. Your confidence. Obviously we don't have our cameras right now, but it's really fun. But then the problem also with YouTube, you have to stay up at times like these, and you can't really sleep whenever you want because of your upload schedule. So yeah, it's your choice if you want to.
Yeah, Mr. M, thank you very much for coming, and I'll definitely do more streams, and I'll get you on for more. You just comment on one of my videos, whether you have a tweet or stuff, and I'll get connected. Okay.
No worries. Yeah, I'll subscribe to both of you. So we've been having a nice chat. So come on the Arsenal. See you, mate.
Thanks for coming on, man. God bless.
Okay, bye. See you.
Joe, so one more question for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good talker. Yeah. Ceballos, would you pay 30 million for Ceballos?
30 million, yeah, of course, 30 million for Sebastian all day long. I get used to him. I feel like he's like a permanent player at Arsenal. You see what I mean, right? Because he fits so well in the squad, and if we lose him, it actually might be hard. To be honest. So Ooh, I don't know. If he leaves, it'll be really weird. I think we'll have to concentrate on Ceballos too a little bit. Worth 13 million. I think I think Real Madrid want him for 14 million. However, the problem is his decision too. And I think he unfortunately would want to go back to Real Madrid. So yeah, it's my opinion. Hopefully not though, but yeah.
Yeah. So yes or no? Are you happy with the WIllian signing?
Overall, yeah. As I said, yeah. Overall, yes, I am, of course.
So for me,
Great.
yes. This has been this has been going on for 1 hour. Thanks to everyone who joined in the stream, to Arsenal from Hong Kong, Jules, and to Mr. M, Collins, RK Sweetie, Babu O, Is Gunners, Ibrahim, Jimmy, Cookie, Liam, Kaganda, Hafid, and Denisa, and anyone else I've missed out. Thank you for joining. I'll do more streams. This was just a retake of the first stream I did. So yeah, WIllian is our new signing, the first transfer of this season. I hope the first of many. Thank you, Jules, for coming on. His channel is Arsenal from HK if you want to subscribe to him. And catch up with you guys in the next stream. Collins asked what time is it? It's 8:21 over here. It's 1:21 in Hong Kong, where Jules is from. Thanks for watching, everyone. Finally have a new signing. Stay safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later.
Come on.